We're going to. Chair right over there. Chair over. I said, okay, so the things that we have already identified, other scene 1, question mark, is not in the play. That has been cut. Does everyone have something to write with? Yes. Morgan needed this.
I'm Southern.
That is really good. We love that. We love diversity in our crowds. Okay, let's get up. Let's get up and do a little warm up and a little check-in.
Spectrum is a theater program for queer youth. It's really more than a theater program. I think it's a bit of a life program. We are using theater to give the youth skills that can help enhance their lives, open their lives, and grow their sense of personal identity.
What is something you do well? And not be gay, because you all do that.
Spectrum got started because there needed to be an opportunity for queer youth to share their stories and be confident and be empowered. We say all the time that theater is a reflection of life, but it wasn't imitating life for these youth. And honestly, there really wasn't anything along the mid-Atlantic as far as a program like this goes. So between the work of TheatreLab and Richmond Triangle Players, we really thought this was the time to create something new for our youth in our community.
So we collaborated on putting this idea together, very influenced by the Theater Offensive's work in Boston, and trying to take that idea and adapt it for how it might work in Richmond.
We started the program in 2013, and the program itself has had a lot of different versions. And initially with the pilot program, it was really about the success of making it happen at all.
The reason that SPARC got involved with Spectrum is because we have started a new initiative, which is a CYD initiative, which is Creative Youth Development. And what that means is that we are working on programming that is youth-led. At the end of 2017, we started having conversations of how we could get involved, how we could be helpful with the program. And so in the initial sort of pitch for it, we weren't able to start that year. And so since getting into 2019, greenlit it and decided that this was something that we really want to put a lot of our focus and energy on to serve those communities that we don't necessarily serve as a whole.
Creating the pieces is an exciting process. Every year, the content is very different, and it's entirely based on the personalities that are in the room, the skill sets that are in the room. We don't believe that our job as, the facilitators or the directors of the program, it's not our job to go in and tell them what to talk about. We give them prompts, we give them themes, we pull information from them and stories from them, but ultimately they're creating the content. This is their piece, this is their expression.
In the closet.
Oh my God, fine.
See, when you're closeted, all you have to do is put your grime.
So what happens in the show is it's kind of similar to Wizard of Oz.
The main character is trying to figure out kind of themselves and how to express to the world who they are. And as this happens, 3 bullies at school that happen to be in the LGBTQ community do not accept our main character for being who they are because they have not come out to the world. So they decide they're gonna push him in the closet to be funny.
And the character wakes up in this magical land called Wardrobia, which is sort of like a dreamland that they've been fantasizing about. And in this dreamland, they have to get to the magical key of the closet.
While finding each of these bullies on their way out and having a problem and solving it.
Well, well, well. Look what the cat dragged into.
I really relate to the main character, which is transgender, and kind of having a hard time coming out to everyone in their family and their friends, which is, I'm a little step ahead of that, but I can definitely connect to that character. And it's just been fun writing about something that I can definitely connect to and relate to the most.
A lot of the plays that I perform in are mostly heteronormative, but it's nice to get to perform something that is queer focused, and you don't have to be in a role that's something that you don't agree with.
It's very big for people in the LGBTQ community to be part of theater because you deal with the stuff that you deal with on a daily basis, and it makes it so much easier when you get to go and step out of that and get to play somebody else and deal with other issues, and it helps you see different points of view.
Theater is something that brings everyone together. It's a living, breathing art form. So having students be able to touch into and tap into their creative theater side gives them the opportunity to be able to tell their stories authentically.
Where I am now is because of Spectrum, because like I don't necessarily think I would be comfortable with who I am now and how I identify now if it weren't for having a safe space within Spectrum and like having that creative outlet to be like, okay, here's what I'm going through. I'm gonna write it out. I'm gonna see how I feel. I wanna test the waters because I trust the people I'm with. I trust the company I'm in.
Surrounded by all of these LGBTQ teens, I think it's great. It's reaffirming, and just the diversity and getting to know different types of queer teens is a great experience.
Hey Max, did you finish that self-reflection essay?
The way that the kids change throughout the program is incredible. You know, they come in and a lot of times they're very meek and quiet and don't really know how to communicate, and they don't have the vocabulary to talk about identity or, you know, identity politics. So it's really amazing for us because not only do we get to facilitate a theater experience, they're also getting to walk away with advocacy tools, and they get to learn techniques about activism. So they get to come out of the program not just more confident in their abilities as a theater artist, but also as a human being. They're around a predominantly queer group of adult people who, you know, have been through these things.
Knowing that you're in the group of people that you trust is really important to boosting the confidence level. And so we see that once we've established that trust and we've established that community and camaraderie, and we're in a safe space, so whatever is happening here, you feel safe to explore who you are and what is it you're doing, and you are getting positive feedback from your peers. Once that happens, what we see is that students really can shine and can feel more confident in whatever it is that they're doing. And that transfers not only from being in the theater, but in life as well.
I've never really had close friends that I could relate to on certain topics, and definitely here at Spectrum, it's really been a close thing where we all understand each other and we're all friends and we're all here for each other.